Hi and welcome to module 4. This is the book 4 of the Peter Robson series. I like to just summarize certain chapters which will help you on your 11 plus journey. Module 4, the first week, week 1, we're going to be discussing averages or mean, and the clock systems. So clocks and calendars. This is a very simple topic. Just watch the videos a few times. It's a very simple topic. Alright, let's begin. Now when we talk about averages, another word is mean. The mean. So let's talk about suites. There's 5 students. Each student has a number of suites. So one student number 1, has 2 suites. Student number 2 has 3 suites. Student number 3 has also 3 suites. Student number 4 has 2 suites, and student number 5 has 5 suites. Can you add up how many suites that all the students have together? Altogether? So that's 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 5 equals 15. The total number of suites all 5 students have together is 15. And the question is, what is the mean? The mean means dividing that 15, the total number, by the number of students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 students. So the average number of suites each student has is 3. Does that make sense? Mean or the average means working out approximately what is the average number of suites per student. And that means dividing the 15 by the 5. Later on in the book we'll be covering the mode, the median, and a few statistics topics. But as far as I'm concerned, for this week you just need to know what the mean is. Yeah. Now next topic. We have the 12-hour clock system and we have the 24-hour clock system. Yes. And I know you are extremely familiar with both. How do I know? Because when I was in class and I was teaching you, you've understood it. You understood what it means. But let me just briefly explain. 12-hour clock system only goes up to 12 hours. So let's say 12 midnight will be AM, and 12 noon lunchtime will be PM. So we'll go up to that. 24-hour clock system is different. It goes up to 24 hours. So midnight is classified as 2400 or 0000. And if it's 12 noon lunchtime, it will be 1200. 1200 like that. Okay. Now, your job is to understand how to convert between them. So if I said, what's 5 PM in a 24-hour clock system? 5 PM is 1700 hours. And 6 PM is 1800. 4 PM is 1600. So basically you need to know these. You need to know them. And you can't put 1800 PM. That's wrong. Yeah, it's a no-no. It's just 1800 like that. Okay? You need to know 24-hour clock system because it's used in timetables for buses, trains, airlines. So it's the norm. It's what's the standard way of portraying timetables, the 24-hour system. Okay? Let's move on to that was part 1, clocks and calendars. If you want some questions, let's do a question. Okay, let's do a question. I'm just thinking ahead. Please convert the following. Convert that Okay, convert. My pen is broken now. Convert this and convert that to the 12-hour system. This is 24 hours, yes? How do you know? Because look, it's going well over 12 hours. Look, 18, 21, 23. So how do you convert it? You want to pause the video? Think about it? Alright, here's the answers. This is naturally 18, so that's going to go well over the 12. So it's in the PM category, which is 6, 2 dots, 37, and you need to put PM. You have to put PM. Because that could also mean AM, 6:37. How do we know? So you need to put the PM. 21:32 means 9:32 PM because it's 21. Anything over 12 is going to be in the PM. Well, 12 and above is going to be the PM. 23:10 means 11:10 PM. Okay? Now with Clocks and Calendars Part 2, Peter Robson does teach a method, and personally I prefer not to use that method, and when I teach the kids don't like that method. They prefer the easiest logical way of doing this rather than using grids and trying to times and things like that. So for example, a bus sets off on a journey at 11:35. Now what's 11:35? That's 11:35 AM, okay? Yeah? 11:35 AM. And travels for 2 hours. Let's say 2 hours and 20 minutes. At what time does it complete its journey? Now, what children like and what Singapore method likes and what I like is to draw it as a line formation. So here's a line, and this represents 11:35. Now we're going 2 hours ahead and 20 minutes. So let's go to the hours first. So let's go 2 hours ahead. So 11:35 becomes 1:35 PM. Okay, so we've done that part. Now we have 20 minutes. So from this point, 20 minutes is added to 11:35. So added to 1:35, so it becomes 1:55 PM. I would say this is the best way of calculating it. Yeah. Right, let's do another example. This one's a cricket example. Some cricketers started a match at 10:30. So that means 10:30 AM. Yeah. 10:30 AM. And finished it at 15:12, which means 3:12 PM. How long did the match last? So we just draw a line here, and we got 10:30. And we're just going to go up. Okay? So we'll go up. How many hours would you say between 10 to, let's say, 2? Just let's go before 2. So let's say up to 2 o'clock. 2 PM. How many hours? 2:30 PM. That's 4 hours. Now, from 2:30 to 3 o'clock, what is that? 30 minutes. Now, from 3 o'clock to 12 past 3, that's 12 minutes. So if you add 4 hours plus 30 plus 12, you get 4 hours and 42 minutes. And that's how long it took. Notice how I did the line. Instead of from 10:30 I went to 2:30. And then from 2:30 I went up half an hour to go to 3, and then from 3 I added 12 minutes. Now there's another way of doing this, and I'll show you how. So we are looking at 10:30 again, going up to 15:12, which is 12 past 3. So from this point we can go all the way up to 3:30. Let's do that. So 3:30, which is 3:30. 3:30. So that's 5 hours, yes? Now from 15:30 minusing from 15:12 is what? It's 18 minutes. So we got 5 hours, and now we have to take away 18 minutes. So what does it become? 4 hours and 42 minutes. So instead of going up to 2:30, we go up to 3:30. We go higher than the 12 past 3, yes? We go higher. And then we minus the difference, which is 18 minutes. So from 5 hours we go back 18 minutes. Right, this is Clocks and Calendars 3, part 3. Martin went to sleep at 22:37. That's like 10:30 p.m. 10:37 p.m. and slept for 8 hours and 47 minutes. At what time did he wake up? So now we've got to add 8 hours and 47 minutes. Draw the line again. Now 22:37. If you're going to add 8 hours, so first remember it goes up to 24. So let's say 10:37, add in 8 hours. So if you add 2 hours, what do you get? You get 00:37. Yeah. Then you add another 6 hours. What do you get? 06:37. Now you have to add 47 minutes. So what you need to do is find out the difference between 37 to 7 o'clock. What is the difference? That's 23 minutes. So you add in 23 minutes there. Now, when you take away 47 from 23, what do you get? 24. So from 7 o'clock, add another 24 minutes. And hey presto, the answer is 7:24 a.m. So 0, you can do it this way, 0:24. Watch carefully. We need to add 8 hours and 47 minutes. Yes? So we do 2 hours first to get to the midnight, the daytime. Add another 6 hours. So now you've done your 8 hours. Now, from 6:37, the difference to 7 o'clock is 23 minutes. So now you got up to 7 o'clock. And if you take away 47 minutes from 23 minutes, you got 24 minutes. So it's 7:24 is when he wakes up. The other way you could do this, which can be quicker, remember it's 22:37 and it's 8 hours and 47 minutes. Notice that 47 minutes is nearer to an hour. So why don't we go forward 9 hours? So if you go forward 9 hours, first you do 2 hours, which makes it midnight, and then you do another 7 hours, which makes it 07:37. Now what is the difference between 60 and 47? It's 13. So now you take away 13 minutes from here, and you got 07:24. So there's two ways of doing it. I prefer this way, it's quicker, but I have to show you the two methods. Okay. Here's a nice question. A shop opens from 07:15, that's 7:15 a.m. to 20:30, which is 8:30 p.m. every day. How long is it from closing time each evening until opening time next evening? From basically from here all the way back to here. Okay. So why don't we do this? Why don't we draw the line like this and say 20:30 now to 7:30 a.m. and then we minus the 15. Does that make sense? So how many hours do we need to calculate? So I go up to, first I go all the way up to 00:30. So from 8:30 to 12:30 a.m. is 4 hours. Now from here to here is 7 hours. So 4 plus 7 gives me 11 hours. Now we have to take away 15 minutes from the 11 hours. So the answer is 10 hours and 45 minutes. And that's the quickest way of doing that. From 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. is 4 hours. And then from 12:30 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. So from 12:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. is 7 hours. So 7 plus 4 is 11 hours. And remember, we rounded it to 7:30, but it actually is 7:15. So you take away 15 minutes from 11 hours, where you get 10 hours and 45 minutes. Now we do part 4, the last part. This is quite simple, but let me just ask you this. I was born 1976, 15th of February. How old am I on the 15th of February this year? So this is what I do. You can use your fingers to do this. Each finger can be 10 years. So we do 86, 96, 2006, 2016. Each finger, if you visualize your finger, I've taught you in class, each finger is 10 years. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40. So I will be 40 years old on February the 15th. Let's try another one. Let's try, let's say 1937, January. So how old is this person in 2016, January? Remember what I said, use your fingers. We did this in class. So the next 10 years is 47. So one finger represents that. Second finger is this, 57, 67, 77, 87, 97, 2007. So that's what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years already. Now from 2007, how many years to 2016? That's 9 years. So it's 79 years. Or you can do 2017 and minus 1. Okay. Here, try this one. 1896. Pause the video. We're going to go to 2016 And let's just assume it's Jan. So pause the video and try that. Okay. Now this one is also simple. 1896 to 1996 is what? 100 years. So immediately you don't have to count your fingers from 1896. You just do 100. Okay. Now from 1996 to 2006 is 10 years. And then from 2006 to 2016 is another 10 years. So the answer is 120 years. Okay, let's move on. Here's a question. Sally has 3 dogs. One is aged 5 years and 7 months. One is 3 years and 4 months. And one is 1 year and 9 months. What is the sum of their ages? Sum means add it all up. So let's add up the years. 5, 3 plus 1. 5, 3, 4 is 9 years. However, we've got months here. How many months does it take to make a year? It takes 12. So 7 plus 4 is 11 plus 9 is 20. So we've got 20 months. 20 months, if you translate it, is 1 year and 8 months. Why is it 1 year and 8 months? Because there's 12 months in a year. So you take the 12 away from the 20, you get 1 year, and you're left with 8 months. You add this year to this year, this 9 years, and you've got 10 years and 8 months. Now, a variation of this question would be, now find the average age of the dogs, would be 10 years and 8 months divided by 3. Okay, here's the last question. Ian. Oh, please tell me if the green background is better than having the cream one. Now, please let me know. Put a comment. Tell me in class. Ian was born in March 1986. His cousin Andrew was born 7 years, 4 months before him. 7 years and 4 months before. Before is the crucial word here. It's the key word. Not after, it's before. So when was Andrew born? So this is Andrew. Okay. So I always do the large figures first, the years. So we're going to take away 7 years from 86. So we're left with what? 1979. Is that correct? Taking away 7 years from 86, it's 1979. But we're saying it's 1979 March. March in the calendar is represented as month 3. We still need to take 4 months from here. So we take away the 3 months, so now we're going to be going to 1978, and we take away 1 more month, so it becomes 1978 November. Does that make sense? So you take away the 3 months here, and then you take away the month of December. So he was born in 1978 November. Okay? So now this is working backwards. Remember, 1986 March. March represents the 3rd month. So you go back 7 months, 7 years. So you get 1979. Then you take away 4 months. So you're on 3. Take away the 3 months, and then you take away the month of December. So he was born in November. Right, kids, this is very important piece of advice. I've said it in class. I'm going to say it again and again and again until it goes into your consciousness. You only have 8 months left, so you need to start watching the videos regularly every day. as much as you can. So preferably just before you go to sleep, watch one of the videos. Don't need paper and pen, you just watch it and just mentally take it all in, and it will sink in, it will sink in. You just keep on hearing my voice, watching the drawings, and it will sink in and sink in until you memorize the rules. Once you know the rules, you can apply them to any question in 11 plus. So please parents, please support them, please push them, because I can't push them when they leave the classroom. I can only push you in the classroom, but when you leave my classroom, you're on your own. So come on, just follow my advice and it works. Thank you, and good luck for your test next week.